A country with a strong oral tradition, like many around it, due to its griots, Mali has through the years been rich of different rhythms and expressions. The use of drums and high-paced beat has always been present and has given the country a real unique musical identity. When hip-hop first started to come to Africa and implemented itself in countries like Senegal or Cote d'Ivoire, it was predictable that the cultural movement will also reach Mali in the 80s. However, the journey of hip-hop in Mali hasn't been an easy road. Early on, the first Malians to adopt the genre were not quite positively looked upon. Like in Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, or other countries with early access to hip-hop, the first hip-hop artists and faces of the movement were coming from favorable social environments, explaining their early access to international trends and movements in general. Therefore, the message and music did not necessarily reach the most part of Malian youth who didn't have the same background, plus they were seeing the first hip-hop enthusiasts as wannabes American or Europeans. In the early 90s, as the culture evolved, a few Malian hip-hop heads started to make a name for themselves, such as the group Sofa, who was the first one to air on national television, followed by other groups as Mel Grove and artists like Hamkoulel. As the years progressed, and with the incorporation of more local elements like the Bambara language as well as local rhythm and themes, the Malian hip-hop movement started to gain more ground on the youth. As we come to the early 2000s, Malian hip-hop take a more serious tone with artists adopting a more moral message, tackling issues and hope. Among the ones who managed to make a name for themselves, we have the group Tata Pound. The Malian hip-hop scene kept progressing at a reasonable pace until the 2010s, with the emergence of more production houses and artists who didn't hesitate to experiment with other influences and differentiate themselves from what Malian rap became sonically. In that lane, we can name the likes of Hibawan and others. During this period, hip-hop in Mali became really popular and managed to outshine well-established genres in massive events. As of today, the Malian scene remains solid despite having many shortcomings, with hip-hop artists struggling to make a living out of their craft for the most part. The combination of traditional music and hip-hop gives Mali a unique voice in the global hip-hop scene. Most people remain positive about the evolution of hip-hop in Mali, while a few others have a more pessimistic expectation, thinking that the best is already beyond them.